it is becoming very funny and very irregular having a PSST who does not pay allegiance to the directives of ministers. Even in me coming to government, I cannot expect that. I'm in opposition. Honorable members, if you took cognizance of Mr. Ochairap coming, we have worked with him, try to figure out the way he came and the demeanor he had as he was coming. I am talking now, not as a bachelor, but as a minimum qualifier for parliament. I'm a senior 60 leaver, but have powers here now. we cannot, and let this be on record.
It is on record. It's known that you are not a senior 60 leaver.
I'm trying to place myself in that category at the cost of the big man who was the first to appear here. Mr. Chairman, there is no way ministries can operate successfully without working with the committees of parliament. There is no way. And that's why when you call Mr. Onamatia Kasaija, he will call you back and ask you kindly reschedule me, this and that. But here, we are now getting a scapegoat of people hiding under State House. And we should discourage that once and for all. I don't expect General Museveni to say that there is a committee sitting now, and they have called the gentleman called the Ramathan Ggoobi to appear before the committee. He says, now, since they are calling you, but first come here. That's a scapegoat we should discourage. Mr. Chairman, let us use the powers of our rules. You've given us time, and this is what I request to rule. Give us a break for another hour till we go for lunch. But invoke Rule 214 of our rules, issue and services of summons. Rule 214 says, 144, summons under this rule may be served by an officer of the House, which has failed, or police officer. So as you give us a break, you sign a letter, and the police officer takes a letter to this big man in Ministry of Finance. Why do I say that, Mr. Chairman? When you go to Rule 224 of our rules, contempt of Parliament, let me read it verbatim. An act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its functions, or which obstructs or impedes a member or officer of Parliament in the discharge of his duties, or affronts the dignity of Parliament, or which tends either to directly or indirectly to produce such a result, shall be contempt of Parliament. Now, he is a man, evidence is reading on the walls, that the ministers rang him. I said, you remember, the minister should make a call from there, and indeed he made it. He went away.
You see, Chair, when you look at that team seated there, since yesterday, they may look small people, but closing a public office for 2 days because of one person, Chair, there is a very big concern. There are people there who are supposed to be served, but these people have been here since yesterday. Sir, it is a concern, and I thought the minister should have started with an apology. It is very bad. Chair number 2, last year we were here. This gentleman did not come. Whatever we passed here, you know what happened. Nothing happened. The main reason why we want this gentleman here, one, he should be part of this process, and he should bless the process, and he assure us the process we are doing. He has the money to finance the process. We may be here wasting time, writing this, making recommendations, when the gentleman is there thinking something different.
The PSST should be here himself, since he's the appending signatory of budget cuts. He should be here in person to explain to us what priorities he has over the future of the young people in this country. Honorable Chair, I implore you to evoke Rule 208E to have the PSST here in person. We cannot go on as members of Parliament. We cannot go on with all our honorable ministers here, the technical staff, the permanent secretary of the Education Ministry. We have waited for over 4 hours since yesterday when you adjourned the House, Honorable Chair. How disrespectful can a technical person be?
I'm directing the clerk to go ahead and prepare, and we issue summons under Rule 214(4) calls the appearance of the PSST in the names of Ramathan Ggoobi. And the council to the committee is also directed to make sure that we do this within the provisions of the law.